Hey everyone, it's Shelby here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy for you all to be here with me today because I'm going to be talking about all the books that I'm hoping to read in November. And this one is I'm probably being quite ambitious with this TBR. Honestly, there's no probably about it. This is definitely very ambitious TBR, but we only have 2 months left of the year. Can you freaking believe that? I don't know where this year has gone. This has been a crazy, I'm just going to say that it's been a crazy year. But I've been reading so many good books and so many series, like great series, and there's more book series that I want to read, but that's part of what drove me to make this TBR and what my biggest focus is for my November books, like the books that I'm wanting to read, is I'm really wanting to prioritize the series that I have started but haven't finished yet. So, specifically, most of these are more like series that I've started this year. I really don't want it to go another year having only read like the first book of a series, which is what happened with like the Opal Rain series, Duskwalker Brides. I read the first book of that like 2 years ago, and then I never continued on with it. So I'm working on that. And I just don't want that to happen to some of these other book series. So I went through, and this is not all of the book series that I have started this year. This is not even all of the book series that I want to continue on, because I did kind of go through, because, you try stuff out, you try books out, and it doesn't always work out for you. So there are definitely some series that I've started this year that I do not plan on continuing to read. I don't foresee myself continuing them, and I have no problems just stopping where I was at. But these are some series that I really want to continue in seeing where things go. I also do have one arc on here that I'm hopeful that I will be able to get. I think I did sign up for maybe one or two other arcs that I'm not sure if I'll get. So this might like these reading plans might change because of that. I think I am going to try to do my TBR jar again, because I haven't read any books on my shelves here lately, and I did not read the one that I picked out for October. So I think I'm going to end up putting this back in the jar and trying for something else. Who knows if I will get to that. But before, I have a few things before we get into all those books. First up, if you like this video, again, make sure that you are hitting the thumbs up button on this and subscribing if you haven't already. I post videos every Thursday and Sunday, so I appreciate you all joining in, subscribing to my channel, watching my videos, leaving me comments and the thumbs up and interacting. I truly appreciate it. It means the world to me, and it helps me out so much. So thank you. And then the other thing, before we get into my book plans, I will probably make a separate video about this, or it'll probably end up being more like a short. But I do want to know, I know we are not at the end of the year yet, but if you could please, I would greatly appreciate, leave a comment down below with some of your absolute favorite books that you have read this year. Like, what are your top standout favorites? Which, again, I understand that might change a little bit, just seeing how, what you might read in the next coming months. But I'm very curious, and I have some plans in the work with that. I might be trying to read some of those, maybe, unless I get into like another whim on my reading moods. But yes, so let me know. Again, I appreciate it. I'd love hearing from you all. And if you have read any of the books that I'm going to be talking about in this video, also leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of them. What should I try to prioritize on this list? So we're going to get into it. First up, I have He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Emily Antoinette and Cass O'Shire. This is the arc that I have signed up for, that I believe I should be getting. I did sign up for it, but I'm also part of Emily Antoinette's Patreon, so I think I get it automatically. I don't know. I'm kind of new to her Patreon, and I'm not exactly sure how everything works. But I think I should be getting this one. I know this is a dark holiday romance. It's a monster romance. Our female main character, it seems like she kind of has maybe like some PTSD. She has some things like trauma that has happened in her past, and she's got this monstrous creature that is like stalking her, and he wants to be more than her nightmare. So I don't know if he's like a nightmare monster or a nightmare demon, and they apparently are going to have some kinky fun times. So I'm very excited for this one. Then, kind of like I was mentioning a little bit earlier with trying to continue on with Oprah Rain's book, like the rest of the books in this list are series and like several books into the series. So next I have A Soul to Guide by Oprah Rain, which is book 4 of the Duskwalker Bride series. I'm honestly so proud of myself for now finally getting to book 4. It's an 8-book series, so I don't know that I will be able to finish this one before the end of the year, but I am making progress, okay? Especially since I read book 1 like 2 years ago. Like we're doing so good. Of course, this is a Duskwalker, it's a monster romance. This one features our female main character as an elf, and apparently she like makes a portal to the world that this book series takes place in, and she gets trapped, and I think the Duskwalker helps her somehow. I don't know. I've been loving this series, and I've been loving like each book that we get to, like getting little snippets where we see other Duskwalkers, and every time that happens I'm like, oh, I wonder who they are. I wonder what book they're going to be in. I can't wait to get to their story. So I'm super excited. And then Behold Her by Emily Antoinette. This is technically the first book of the Monsters of Moonvale series, but I have read the prequel and another novella in this series. So I need to read this. This book has been on many a TBR for this year. Like so many of my TBRs have featured this book, and I still have not read it. So this one is like a small town monster, a monster small town romance, something like that. I know this features mental health in it because I believe she has depression, and she's got this like monstrous stalker, and he is obsessed with her, and I don't know what ensues from there, but I'm so excited. I've loved everything that I have read from Emily Antoinette. I know I'm going to love this one. I just need to get to it. Then we have Iron Lane by S.E. Wendell. This is the second book of the Monstrous World series. I think that's what the series is titled. The first one is Halfling, and I adored that book. I know I'm going to love this one. This one, our female main character is human, and she is the daughter of a lord. And I think she's like his heir. And then our male main character is another halfling, so like a half orc, half human. He works as a blacksmith in the town that her father like resides over, and they just are very like apparently very smitten with each other. But there's that like class difference between them because he's like poor working class, where she's not quite nobility, but like kind of. And I've seen some people reading this here recently, and it makes me really giddy. It makes me want to get to this one. It sounds so good. And then Air and Essence by Michaela D. Hornado. This one is the second book of the Fate of the Acna series, and book 2 is the ending of like a story arc. I believe there's going to be more books in this series, but they should be about other people if I am remembering that correctly. So this one picks up right where book 1 left off. Book 1 kind of left off on a cliffhanger. We have this witch warrior princess. She's a bruja. And in the first book, she was supposed to get married to this warring kingdom, to the king. He was a vampire. Lots of things have happened at the end of book 1. So I don't really want to say too much more, like to give like spoilers or anything. There's all kinds of different creatures in this story. Our female main character of this story is bisexual, so she has had relations with both female and males in book one. I'm excited to see how this is going to end. It's going to be good. And then Masked Sins by Amanda Richardson. This one is, I believe, book 4 of the Ravaged Castle series. And then I only have one book left of that series to get to. So this one, I'm like, for sure, I'm going to finish the series before the end of the year. And I've loved all of the books in this series too. If you love like taboo, high heat romances, you're going to love these ones. So this one I know is a step sibling romance. And this is about the youngest Ravage brother. He is a dom, and his stepsister apparently ends up messaging him. Like he has this online dom persona presence that he like helps people with like BDSM stuff, and she ends up messaging him. I don't think she knows that it's him, but he knows that it's her, about her like desires that she has. And apparently some of them, I guess, involve like somebody in a mask. This is going to be so good. I can't wait for it. Then This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. This is another book that has been on so many of my TBR for this year because I was expecting to have read this like back in the springtime because I read book 1 in January. And here we are. This basically what I've been seeing from the blurb of this is it is a scorned woman learning to rediscover herself, and she ends up falling in love somehow on the way. So I don't know, like all of Kennedy Ryan's books are romances, but this one almost sounds like it leans, or it might lean more towards women's fiction. But I'm here for it. I'm excited anyway because I adore Kennedy Ryan. I know I'm gonna love this one. I feel like part of me has been holding off on it because Kennedy Ryan's books like break my heart. Not just break my heart, they usually end up ripping my heart out. So it takes a lot to put me through that. Oh, and then Tips and Trice by Rebecca Kincaid. I almost forgot to put this one on my TBR, and then I remember I was like, of course, this has to go on this list. So this is book 2 of the Streams and Schemes series. I loved book 1. This whole series is about all the guys are friends and all the girls are friends and all the women are cam girls. So in this one, our two characters, they like kind of have this like hate relationship. He is running for Congress. She's a cam girl and doesn't give a flying fuck. Who knows that? She loves what she does. And they definitely have an attraction to one another, but they don't want to admit it. And apparently she ends up taking a bullet for him. And then like all bets are off after that. He doesn't care who knows that he's obsessed with her, and he's bound and determined to make her his. And I'm so excited for this. This is going to be so freaking good. I cannot wait. It's going to be so good. And then Gentlemen Prefer Villains by C. Rochelle. This is the second book of the Villainous series. Is that what this is called? I think something like that. Anyway, so this is a male romance. One of our males is a supervillain. He has powers, and apparently his supervillain power is if anybody touches him or if he touches people, they die. So he has a human assistant, and apparently it's the two of them. And I know I'm going to love this one. I need to read it and get to it. And then last book before we get to my TBR jar pick is going to be Legendary by Ali Shante. This is the second book of the Living Legends trilogy. I read the first book a couple months ago, I think. This one is a demon and angel romance. So, like the first book, he's an angel, she's a demon, and they're tasked with working together on this mysterious, like a demon was able to get into the gates of heaven, and they're trying to investigate like how this could happen. So I'm assuming this one picks up on like where book 2 left off. Book 1, the two of them had such a passion for each other and a chemistry for one another, but you know, our female main character this learned a lot of things about herself in book 1, and our male main character also did as well, and he's kind of grappling with, like, he has a very strong sense of good and wrong, and some of his preconceived notions kind of got turned on their heads a little bit in book 1, so he's kind of grappling with his beliefs and what he truly believes is good and evil. So I'm very excited to continue on with this series. I'm very hopeful that I can finish this series before the end of the year because, like I said, book 1 was very good and I can't wait. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab my TBR jar, my honey TBR jar, and the book that I picked for October, I am folding it back up to put it back in here since I did not read it. And I'm going to shuffle this little hurt stick around, which is like a little honey thing. It's like supposed to be a little honey pot. I don't know. I'm obsessed with this. It's so cute. I love it. So this is either going to make my TBR worse or so much better. Let's find out what I get. Oh, okay. I got, you can see it, Heist by Tate James. Interesting. Let me go find it. Yes, let me go grab it. Might hurt me. We'll see. But I have I believe this is Mystic box version of this, which I'm kind of disappointed. I was looking, it does show in the back all of Tate James books, and apparently this is the first book of a trilogy. I have books 1 and 2 that look like this, but I don't have book 3, which is kind of sad. This could be good or bad. I don't know. It's starting another series, which I don't necessarily want to do, but from the books that I've read from Tate James in the past, I feel like they were pretty quick reads for me. Like, I was able to blow through them. Like, I have read the Madison Kate series, which has 4 books, it shows. And then there's The Vault, which is to be read after the Hades series. So I haven't read the Hades series. Most, if not all, of Tate James' books, I could be wrong on that, are Why Choose books. So that sounds delicious. I'm looking to see if this has anything in it that like says like what this is about. I had to get on my phone real quick and look up what this is about because it doesn't have anything. Like sometimes books will have like on the back, but there was nothing about what this is about. But actually, I don't think this is a Why Choose, which I'm very surprised because I think most of her series that she writes is Why Choose. But this is apparently like a thief, and he's obviously, as the title suggests, he's conducting in a big heist. Like there's all of the like world's best renowned thieves participate in this game every year or every so many years, and so he is determined to win this game. But then our female main character, it says she stands in his way. I don't know how, but I mean, well, I mean, it's gonna take me longer because again, this is a trilogy. I believe most of her books also like kind of end on cliffhangers, so like they to make you want to continue reading them. But this one's only it's 354 pages. So I feel like I don't know, I feel like this will be a really quick one if I just am able to get to it with all of the books that I have on this month's TBR. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I just there's just so many books that I want to try to read and get in. It's so hard to choose and narrow things down sometimes, you know? But yes, so that is today's video. That is my TBR for November. Again, make sure you let me know if you've read any of these. What should I try to prioritize? Let me know what you are wanting to read in November, and also let me know what are some of your favorite books that you read so far this year. Really appreciate it. Again, if you like this video, hit all my buttons, please. But otherwise, that is going to be it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.